Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. Let's continue with our topic of straight line, and now in this part we'll discuss about equations of line and different types of formats that are used to get the equation of line. Okay, so let's first understand how things works, then we'll discuss questions one by one. Okay, let's start. First format is known as slope point form. This form is used a lot. I mean, I cannot emphasize the importance of this enough. Like maximum times we'll be using this form, maximum times. So first of all, this form is used when you have a slope and you have a point. Okay, so in this scenario, slope of line m is given and one passing point. For simplicity, let's call that point as x1, y1. Okay, is given. So when you have slope, when you have one passing point, we'll use this form. Okay, now the format is y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Okay, and the situation will look like this on xy axis. For any line, you will have a passing point x1, y1 and slope m. This much you will know, x1, y1. Okay, in that scenario, we'll use this equation, y-axis, x-axis. Okay, all right, we'll see how you use this. Let's discuss few forms, then we'll start with the examples or illustrations of it. Next is 2-point form. Now there's a slightly long formula for this, but I will convert this into a slope point form. Okay, so you don't have to learn this separately. So this is first of all used when 2 points of a line is given. Okay, so 2 points are given and you need to get the equation of line. Okay. All right. So in that scenario, let's say you have 2 points. One is x1, y1. Another one is x2, y2. Okay. This much you have. Now, the format is slightly long as such. So my recommendation, go for these steps as such. Step 1, find m. How will you find m? If you have top 2 points that is given, m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, what else? Now second step, use point slope form or slope point form. Okay, point slope, slope point, same thing. So what that is, y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Okay, my recommendation is this, use in this sort rather than directly using a formula. See, the formula is or the format is effectively putting the value of m, so it will look quite complicated. If I put the value of m in this expression, it will look extremely complicated. That's why my recommendation is use these two steps, because the moment you have 2 points, you can calculate slope and you need only one passing points. You have 2, so use any one of it. Okay, all right, so I'm not giving separate form for this. These are the two major forms which are used, and effectively if you see, this is nothing but a single slope point form. Okay, Let's see few examples to understand if. Okay. The question is like find the equation of line. Okay. And the first question is find the equation of x and y axis itself. So I think this is pretty standard. You should know this directly. Okay. If you don't know, I'll recommend you to learn this directly. Y-axis, the equation of y-axis is x equal to 0 because on this whole line x is 0, whereas x-axis y is always 0. Okay. On x-axis y is 0, that itself is the equation for it. Okay. So let's see the second question now. First question I have written here. Okay. Second question, a point is given, slope is given. Point slope form or slope point form. Okay. So this is your x1, y1. This is your m. Use the format y minus y1 for second question is equal to mx minus x1. So y minus 3 is equal to slope is 1 by 2, x minus minus 4, that's plus 4. We have to create standard form usually, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is the usual form in which you will get the options always. So you have to rearrange terms. So multiply this to 2y minus 6 is equal to x plus 4, get everything on the left. 2y minus x minus 10 equals to 0. That's the standard form. Okay. So every time you give the answer, make sure you are writing in this form, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form of any straight line. And I know it's very common, few of you might be able to understand, few of you might have some confusion regarding it. We don't have to do anything about x and y. Okay, this is something from grade 10 that any linear equation in two variable will be represented in terms of y and x, which effectively represents a line. Okay. So remember that we don't have to do anything about y and x. The equation will be consisting of y and x. This is a very common question I get in the class, that what do we have to do about x and y? Do we have to solve it? Do we have to do anything? No. This itself is your answer. This is an equation of line, means any point which lie on this line which satisfy this equation. That's the task, to get the equation of line. That's the meaning of equation of line. Okay. All right, let's see the third one. He's saying passing through 0, 0, slope again m. So this time he has not given you the value of m. Instead he is saying take m as m only. Okay. So for this one, let's get some space. Okay. Yeah, so y minus 0. Okay, y minus y1 is 0, mx minus 0. So it becomes y is equal to mx, and I will recommend you to directly learn this. This is equation of line passing through origin. All lines that pass through origin will be represented like this, y equal to mx. M will be 1, 2, 3, anything, any number. But if a line is passing through origin, it will be looking like this, y is equal to mx, equation of a line passing through origin. Okay. Don't think of this as a question, think of this as a concept. Okay. All right, this will come handy in few other topics. So whenever that will come, I will expect that you know this. Okay. Now at least I'll expect. Next is slightly values are very abrupt. Passing through very typical value 2, 2 root 3, let it be. Inclined with the x-axis at an angle of 75 degree. Okay. So let's first of all analyze. See, for this particular chapter, I will recommend you to possibly every time there is a question, I will recommend that you draw xy axis and you try to understand the situation with the help of a diagram. few questions specifically in objective are tricky, but they can be easily done by the help of diagram. Okay, means it's not like a statement is given and you directly start solving it. Sometimes it's better to analyze. So you have a straight line which is inclined with x-axis at an angle of 75 degrees. So it's like this. Okay. Now this was our theta. If you can recall from the concept of the earlier class, this was theta, and slope is tan theta. That's tan 75. And now Trigo is involved in this chapter. How do we calculate tan 75? Okay. So this is tan. You can use tan a plus b also, or if you know sin 75 cos 75, you can use that also. Okay. So tan 75, if somebody wants to solve it, he can use this, he or she can use this a b, tan a plus b. Okay. So tan a, that is 1, tan b, that is 1 by root 3 upon 1 minus tan a tan b. So 1 into 1 by root 3. I've used tan property of tan a plus b. So that's root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1. I'll not rationalize it. Or should we rationalize? It depends on the answer, effective answer that is given to you. Okay. I mean, I can rationalize this also. This becomes, after rationalization, this becomes 2 plus root 3. Okay. So it depends for the question, what are the options given? If answer has root 3 plus 1, root 3 minus 1 in it, use this. If answer doesn't have this, use this. So sometimes you have to see the options before even solving it any further. So I'll use this right now, simplified value. I'll use this. Okay. So now let's see. Slope we have. I think passing point was already given for this question. No? Fourth question. 2 comma 2 root 3. Okay. So let's use that. So there is a point 2 comma 2 root 3. Okay. So slope. So it's a slope point form. Okay. Or point slope form. So y minus y1, that's 2 root 3, is equal to m, that is 2 plus root 3 into x minus x1, that's 2. Okay. So y minus 2 root 3 is equal to 2 plus root 3x. Multiply this completely, 2 plus root 3 together, minus 2 to 4, and this becomes minus 2 root 3. Okay. So if you take it any further, simplify it. So y minus 2 plus root 3x. Don't open this. Your equation should consist of 1 by 1x. Okay. Is equal to, now let's take everything on the left. So minus 2 root 3 plus 4 plus 2 root 3. So basically 2 root 3 cancels. So let's erase it. So effectively you are left with 4. So plus 4 equals to 0. That's your answer. Okay. So if I have used point slope form. Okay. Same questions over again. Fourth one is repeated here by mistake. All right, let's see a few more. So fourth is already done, not discuss this. Let's do fifth one. Fifth one is saying intersecting x-axis at a distance of 3 units to the left of origin. Lot of statement is there, and slope is minus 2, so basically m. Again, to understand what is given, let's draw xy axis and see for ourselves. What happened? So basically we have a line that is intersecting x-axis 3 units left of origin. So before even drawing the line, this is origin, this is left of origin, and this distance is 3, is saying. So line should pass through this. So I'll draw a line like this. Okay. So if this is 3 units, can we get the coordinate of this point? Let's say point A. Can we get the coordinate of point A? Try to think. The coordinate will be minus 3 comma 0. Now we have a point x1 y1, we have the slope. You see how we converted this into a slope point form. So again, a lot of thing is done on this xy axis here. All we have to do is now write the solution. Y minus y1, that's 0, is equal to m, that's minus 2, x minus x1, so minus 3, so plus 3. So it is y equal to minus 2x minus 6, so y plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. That's your answer. Solving that is not complicated. Thought process and drawing this, that's the key idea. Okay, let's see the sixth one also. He's saying intersecting this time y-axis at a distance of 2 units above origin. So same scenario, is just that instead of x-axis, now he's concerned regarding y-axis. He is focused on that, so let it be here. Okay, and let's decide the point where it is intersecting. 2 units above origin, so above origin will be here, so that means this distance is 2. Okay, so we have to draw the line now. Let's draw the line. Okay, okay, so again, if this point is 2 units above, what is the coordinate of this point A? 0, 2. Okay, we know the coordinate. Do we know? Now we need slope. He's saying and making an angle of 30 degree with positive x-axis. That means he's talking about this one. He's talking about, let me erase this first of all. Okay, he's talking about this angle. Now usually I get one doubt with students. They usually say that somehow you have measured the angle with negative x-axis, not positive. See, if you want to measure it with positive x-axis, fine, you measure it like this. Is it the same angle now? So it doesn't matter. Measuring with positive x-axis is like measuring it from that side, means from you have to measure from the right side of x-axis. I'm not measuring angle from this side. That's measuring with negative x-axis. This will not be considered as a negative x-axis. Okay, measurement of angle wise. So this angle, yes, although it is somehow looking like it is being measured with negative x-axis, but it's not, because I told you like this angle is 30 degree as per the question. So this angle 30. So same thing, it is still our theta. So let's use the concept. What was slope given in? So we are solving 6th question. So slope is given by m is equal to tan theta, that's tan 30, which is 1 by root 3. Okay, we have the coordinate now. We have a point, we have the slope. Again, indirectly point slope form. Y minus y1, that's 2, is equal to m, that's 1 by root 3, x minus x1, that's 0. Okay, this is our x1 y1. x1 y1. Okay, so y, if I'll not multiply it anyway. Again, it depends again on the option whether root 3 should multiply or not. I'll keep it as it is. Y minus 2 is equal to x by root 3. Take x by root 3 on the left side. So y minus x by root 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, that's your answer for this. They can manipulate this by taking LCM of root 3 also. Again, one or more way you can express your answer as. Okay. All right. Before discussing the 8th question, now the formats has to be changed. So let's get back to the theory. I'll add the theory where I was discussing so that in your notes there is no discrepancy. Okay. I'll move some space here. I have to discuss 2 more formats here. The next format is very, very specific. It's called normal form. Okay, I'll tell you the situation. X-axis, y-axis we need. Okay, I need a line like this. I'll draw like this, otherwise you'll get confused. Okay, but no, I need like this as such. This will make diagram easy. Okay, all right. Okay, normal form. First of all, what is the situation here? Distance from origin of a line is p, and the altitude from origin, means the line which is perpendicular from origin, is making an angle theta. So the normal form goes like this. It's very specific to a question, so don't worry about this. I know it looks complicated. X cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to p, and this is the only specific case in which it will actually be applied. Okay, means if the perpendicular distance from the origin of a line is given and the angle which that line makes is given, then only it's a normal form. Okay, once. All right, so that was your normal form. Okay, very specific. Let's see a question to understand the format now. 8th question. All right, the question says that perpendicular distance from origin is 5 units and angle made by the perpendicular with positive x-axis is 30 degree. So first of all, we'll have to draw a line. Okay, he is saying sometimes it takes time to join. Yeah, so he's saying that the perpendicular distance of any line is like 5. Okay, and the angle made by this perpendicular, that means he's talking about this angle with positive x-axis, is 30 degree. Can you see this is nothing but normal form? So all you have to do is put down the values. I told you that that form is not that much significant unless until question wants you to use normal form. They will never be able to manipulate it that much. So the format is, first of all, your p, your perpendicular distance is 5 and your theta is 30 degree. So the format directly goes like this: x cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to p. Put the value. Cos 30 is sin 60 root 3 by 2 plus y sin 30 is 1 by 2 is equal to p is 5. So root 3x plus y is equal to 10. Take the LCM. Okay, that's your answer. Again, very specific to the question. Don't worry too much about this. It's just a format. Okay, that was this perpendicular. Let's see another questions now. We'll see whenever any new format will be required. One format is left, but I'll discuss that once the question comes, so that will make more sense. Okay, now we have a question. He's saying there is a triangle PQR. So let's draw. Okay, P Q R. He has some coordinates. Let's write down that 2 comma 1 is negative, so Q is minus 2 comma 3, and that one is 4 comma 5. It's saying find the equation of median through R vertex. So median, what's a median? Okay, although the figure is looking symmetric, but what does a median do? You need that. Okay. A median basically divides this line segment in two equal parts. So basically, if I call this point as S, so RS is median, I can say S is midpoint of PQ. Okay, joining the vertex with the midpoint of the other side. Can we calculate the coordinate of S directly? Somehow it is midpoint formula. So the coordinate of S will be x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. This is our x1 y1, this is our x2 y2. Because you have to calculate midpoint of these now. So add the x coordinate, divide by 2. So 2 plus minus 2, so 0 by 2, and 1 plus 3, 4 by 2. That's basically 0 comma 2. Now we need know the coordinate of this, 0 comma 2. We have coordinate for S, we have coordinate for R. We need the equation of RS. Okay, median, we have to get the equation of median. Means what is our median? RS. So we have 2 points whose coordinates we already know. So what we have to use, basically this is a 2-point form, and I told you never do 2-point form from the format. I gave you only steps. Okay, 2-point form. So first step, calculate M for these two. Okay, so M is y2 minus y1, means subtract the y coordinate, 2 minus 5, or let's take this, although it doesn't matter which one you subtract, but you have to subtract in the same order. If I am subtracting 5 minus 2, then I have to subtract 4 minus 0. So 5 minus 2 upon 4 minus 0. So 3 by 4 is the slope. Second step was using the slope point form. So y minus y1. Now y1 can be any point. I told you, you can take again this also as your x1 y1 or this as your x1 y1. It's your call. Both will give you same equation. I'm taking this one because it's simple. So y minus 2 is equal to m, that's 3 by 4, x minus 0. So let's cross multiply. So 4y minus 8 is equal to 3x. So 3x minus 4y plus 8. I'm taking everything on right this time. If you want, you can take it on the left also. So 4y minus 3x minus 8 will also be correct. Okay, this is also correct, that's also correct. Okay, that's the equation of median. Okay, next question. Next question says that you have to find equation of a line passing through this. This is minus 3 comma 5. Okay, perpendicular to a line passing through these 2 points. Okay, so for simplicity, I'll say we have 2 points, 2 comma 5. This is also negative. Minus 3 comma 6. If we join them, we get a line. And we have to draw a line which is perpendicular to this and which is passing through minus 3 comma 5. We have to get the equation of this line. Okay, the perpendicular that I have drawn. Okay, so far what I have done is translated this whole question in this diagram. We need the equation of this line. Okay, okay. What do we need to get an equation? We already have a point. You see, we already have a passing point. If only I can calculate the slope of this line somehow. Okay, so I think that will be done. Now few students might think from the diagram it is looking like a midpoint, but the question doesn't state that this point is for sure a midpoint. The line could have been anywhere, means I can shift this line like this anywhere, like here also, won't make a difference. Okay, so don't use any formula unless and until you're sure about this. If the question doesn't say midpoint, you're not sure about that, you cannot apply it. Okay, now I know at least these 2 points, and somehow these 2 lines, let's call this as L1, let's call this line as L2. We know L1 is perpendicular to L2. If 2 lines are perpendicular, we know something. What do we know? M1 M2 is equal to -1. Okay, M1 is slope of line first, M2 is slope of second line. Okay, so this line has slope M1, this line has slope M2. Can we calculate M2? Because we know 2 points, so we can calculate M2. So M1 into M2 is 6 minus 5 minus 3 minus 2. So 6 minus 5 upon minus 3 minus 2 equal to -1. So M1 into this is coming 1 by minus 5, it is coming, is equal to -1. So M1 equal to 5. Okay, yeah, looks correct. M1 is 5. Now we know slope of this line L1. Okay, for L1 line we know M1 is 5. We know passing point is -3,5. What do we use? Slope point form again. I told you that this chapter revolves a lot about this slope point form. So y minus y1, y minus 5 is equal to slope, that is M1, that's 5, x minus -3, so x plus 3. So if you rearrange it, you'll get y minus 3, not 3x, y minus 5x. Okay, 15 and 5, 20, minus 20 is equal to 0. Okay, or if you want x to be positive, you will get 5x minus y plus 20 equals to 0. Multiply by -1, the whole equation, left side, right side. Okay, 15 positive, 15 negative. Yeah, I hope it is clear how we generated the situations, how we generated the conditions. I mean, 2 lines are perpendicular, use M1 M2 equal to -1, and this particular concept that I just discussed will be discussed a lot. I mean, usually the preference to create a question is about this concept a lot, in objective as well as in subjective. Okay. All right, let's see the next one. Next one deals with intercepts, so I'll have to explain you the intercept form first. 12th question is regarding intercept now. All right, let's get back to the concept part. Let's understand now intercept form. Okay. Intercept form has a lot of application, but again it is very much restricted to one particular kind as such. Yeah, questions are there, variations are there, but again very specific. Why is this not going? Let me check once again. Okay, good space. So intercept form also has 2 parts as such. One is slope intercept form, and one is just intercept form. Okay, now the slope intercept form looks like this. You have to see the situation and then you have to just know the format. Suppose a line has slope m and it is cutting I mean it is intersecting y-axis at a distance of c units. Okay, in that scenario y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, this situation you should know first of all. Whereas this situation, intercept form, goes like this. One line. Suppose it is intersecting or cutting x-axis and y-axis. X-axis at a distance of a, y-axis at a distance of b. Okay. In that scenario, the format goes like this: x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. When he's talking about both the intercepts, you use intercept form. When he's talking about slope and intercept, more importantly, remember that C is y-intercept, means wherever it is cutting or intercepting y-axis. Okay. All right. Now that we have the formats, let's see how to use them. 12th question. So we have a line. So we have to find the equation of a line that cuts off equal intercepts. So this time the equal intercepts he is saying. Intercepts means he is talking about both x-axis and y-axis. So it's a standard intercept form. Okay. Right, let's draw. You can see a lot of time I'm drawing this so that you are able to understand. This time both your intercepts are A. Okay, usually we say A and B na, but he is saying equal. That means A and B are equal. Okay, so what was the format directly we can use? Directly we can use x upon A plus y upon B. Instead of B I can write again A is equal to 1, because the question states equal intercept. That means A is equal to B. Okay, so we can, I think, take LCM and everything. We get x plus y, we take A on the other side. So that's the equation of this line L1. Okay, this is the equation of line L1, and it is saying that it passes through 2, 3. So there is a point on this which is 2, 3. Now if a point lies on a line, this point should satisfy this equation. Understand this. This is something from grade 9th and 10th. You can recall from there that if a point lies on a line, it must satisfy the equation of line. So if we replace x with 2 and y with 3, it should satisfy this. That gives us the value of A as 5. And if we know the value of 5, we know the equation is x plus y equals to 5. Okay, I'll repeat once more quickly. We use the format x upon A plus y upon B because he is saying equal intercepts. Okay, not just intercept, intercepts, plural. That means A and B are equal. So the format is x upon A plus y upon B. I've replaced with A is equal to 1. I get rearranged this equation, and since this point is lying on this line, it must satisfy its equation. That means I am putting 2 here and 3 here, and I get the value of A. And once I get the value of A, I get the equation x plus y is equal to 5 is the equation of this line. Okay, x plus y now equals to 5. That's the equation. Okay, so if you know the formats, the simplification of question becomes very much simple. Okay, but yes, formats you'll have to learn, and if you're doing this for first time, it's gonna take some hard work to do this. It's not as simple as any other chapter, and I told you that this will come later also. so significance is there. But see, from application point of view, na, if only you can understand this first form, that was slope point form, that's it. Application is mostly about that, mostly. Anyways, let's focus on this now. Find the equation of line passing through 2 comma 2 and cutting intercepts, again plural, on the axes whose sum is 9. That means this time he is talking about their addition. That means a plus b is 9 this time. All right, let me can solve this. Straight line. This is a, that's your b. Okay, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. Intercept form, x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 9. Okay, he's saying again the line passes through 2 comma 2. Again same idea, the point is on the line, it must satisfy this equation. Let's put it. So 2 upon a plus 2 upon b should be 9. Okay, now this was the first condition that we generated, this is the second condition we have generated. Somehow we have to solve this now. Okay, yeah, it is complicated, but we have to solve it now. How we solve that? Because if we can get a and b, I think after we get value of a and b, we directly get the equation of line. So let's solve for that. It will take time because it will become some sort of a quadratic equation, I think. Let's replace this with let's take the LCM first. LCM is AB, that's 2a plus 2b equal to 9. Let's put down the value of b as, we can put the value of b as 9 minus a, replace it here. So 2a plus 2 times 9 minus a upon a into 9 minus a, okay, is equal to 9. Solving it any further, we'll get, let's solve it, let's get some space, let's solve it here. 2a plus 18 minus 2a, it will cancel. All right, good enough, is equal to, let's cross multiply it, 9a bracket 9 minus a, so erase it. 2a cancel, so 18 is equal to 81. Why we are even taking 81? Let's keep it simple, 9 minus a, let's cancel this 9 with this 18, so 2 is equal to a bracket 9 minus a. Okay. Try to avoid as much possible, keep avoiding this large numbers, because the moment I multiply this it becomes 81a, it's a big number to solve. Okay, so 2 is equal to 9a minus a square, get everything on the left side, we get a square minus 9a plus 2 equals to 0. Very weird. I think we made some sort of mistake here. Let me check. 2 comma 2 was there, sum was 9, a plus b is 9, b is 9 minus x, so correct, x plus a, y by b, 2a 2b, 2b 2a, same thing. As such, see here we made some mistake, like it should be 2b plus 2a, but won't make a difference because addition was there. So 2a plus 2 into 9 minus a, 18 minus 2a, 2a cancels, a 9 minus a, 9 and 18 cancels, that's 2, 9a, b square minus, why are we getting such a complicated equation? Sum is 9, I think we have solved it also correct. Must have made some silly mistake here. 2 A. All right, yeah, we made a huge blunder here. The format was equal to 1, na? My bad. So that was 1, that was 1, that was 1. So there was never a 9 here. So it was 18 and that's it. After that everything gets solved. The sum was 9. Na? The intercept form is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. And now it's solvable. So we get 18 is equal to 9a minus a square. Get everything on the left. A square minus 9a minus, no, plus 18 equals to 0. You'll get Milton spreading a minus 6, a minus 3 equals to 0. A is 6 or 3. Okay, both are the possible values. So accordingly, B will be, once A is 6, B has to be 3, or if A is 3, B has to be 6. So as such, there are again two answers for this. So the first answer is x by A, that's 6 plus y by 3 equals to 1, this, or x by 3 plus y by 6 equals to 1. Both are correct here. So two answers. Okay. All right. This is done. Let's see. All right. This time the question has too much language. Let's see. He's saying find the equation of a line. Fine. Passing through a point. So he has directly given us the passing point. Oh, good. Making an angle of 2 pi by 3. That's 120 degree. With positive x-axis. That's good. Why? Because we know now that we have already done so many questions that with positive x-axis, the angle is called theta, from which we can directly calculate tan theta, which is slope. So the first part, let's solve it. M is equal to tan 120 degree or 2 pi by 3. That's second quadrant. So minus root 3. Okay. Passing point is directly given 0, 2. Okay. So y minus your slope point form, y minus y1. This is your x1, y1. So y minus 2 is equal to slope, which is minus root 3, x minus 0. So again, you'll get y plus root 3x minus 2 equal to 0 as your answer. So far I've done this. Is saying also find an equation of a line parallel to it. Okay. Now I think I need to draw. So let's draw it. So we have two lines. One is here passing through 0, 2. So approximately it will be like this. And make an angle 120. No, this is acute angle. No? So I have drawn it wrong. I have to draw it like this. 0, 2 and making an angle 120 degree. Now, better. Okay. 120 degree and passing through 0, 2. Okay. All right. And he's saying now find equation of a line parallel. So fine. But he's saying crossing y-axis 2 units below the origin. So this is 2 units above origin. So 2 units below origin. Making parallel will take time. Something like that. Okay. 2 units below origin. That's 0, minus 2. And 2 lines are parallel. If 2 lines are parallel, this has a slope, let's say m1. This has a slope, let's say m2. Both slopes should be same. m1 should be equal to m2 for parallel lines. So we know that the new line, this slope was, we already calculated, minus root 3. So this also has to be minus root 3. We know m2 minus root 3. We know the passing point again. Passing point is 0 comma minus 2. Same thing. Y minus y1. So minus of minus 2 plus 2 is equal to slope m x minus 0. So y plus root 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Okay. All right. It was looking like a big question, wasn't really. I think almost done with equations of line. Okay, next question is saying that the perpendicular from origin to a line meets at minus 2 comma 9. Find the equation of line. Okay, very short language. Usually whenever you have a short language, a lot of information is hidden. He's saying draw perpendicular through origin, so like that. Left to it. Now the moment you see perpendicular through origin, you might think that's normal form, but it's not, because he has not given us the distance or the angle here. He's saying that the perpendicular from the origin meets it at minus 2 comma 9. Okay, that's it. And we have to find out equation of this line. Okay, equation we need to find. What is the equation? Now for the equation, the good thing, the moment you see this 2 minus 2 comma 9, it is on the line itself, so we know passing point. Passing point is minus 2 comma 9. All right, what else? We need slope. The moment we get slope, we can use slope point form. Now the only condition that they have given is regarding this perpendicular. Let's say this line has slope m1. Let's say our line has slope m2. If they are perpendicular, m1 m2 should be equal to minus 1. Condition of perpendicular lines. Can we really calculate m1? Think. Yes, we can, because this is origin, so 0 comma 0. So 2 points are there on this line, minus 2 comma 9 and 0 0. So we can calculate m1. Let's calculate 9 minus 0 upon minus 2 minus 0. That's your m1. m2 we don't know, and that's how we are going to calculate it. So minus 9 by 2 m2 is equal to minus 1. Negative negative cancels. m2 equal to 2 by 9. We have the slope, we have the point. What do we use? Slope point form. Y minus y1, that's 9, is equal to slope 2 by 9, x minus x1. So x minus minus 2 plus 2. So 9y minus 81 is equal to 2x plus 4. Rearrange it. 2x minus 9y. Again, whether you get 9y minus 2x or 2x minus 9y, it's your call. Depends on the option or the answer as such. So 2x minus 9y, I'm taking everything on the right, plus 85. Okay, minus 81 become plus 81. That's equal to 0. That's our answer. Done. All right. Last. Although again it's a proving question, you might think that proving questions are not so much important, but not just from subjective point of view, objective point of view. What they can do is they can give you, I told you, like 4 options, x by a plus y by b. Instead of 2, they'll give you 1 minus 1. 1 plus minus 1 they'll give you, plus minus 2 they might give you, and then ask you which one is correct. Okay. So don't think that always the question will have numbers inside it. It can have arbitrary constants, a, b. And usually these kinds of questions are there sometimes in the exam, and the moment we see them, we are unable to comprehend the idea as such. Okay. Although we are very comfortable with numbers, so of course sometimes they are slightly difficult, but anyways, let's, for the time being, just consider a and b are some numbers that we don't know. That's it. He's saying p bracket a comma b, one second, p a comma b, that's a coordinate, is midpoint of line segment between the axes. So this is y-axis, x-axis. This line segment has a midpoint in between a comma b. Okay. He's saying show that the equation of line is like this, or suppose they'll say what is the equation of line anyways. All right. Okay. Let's see the idea. It is a midpoint, so somehow it is related with these 2 points, and we don't know these 2 points. Let's call it something, and I'm going to use a variable here. I'm not going to call this as a because a is already used. I'm not going to call this as b because b is also used. Let's say this is p and q. Okay, let's say this is p distance, this is q distance. So the coordinate of this will be p comma 0. It's on x-axis. Y coordinate has to be 0. Okay. Similarly, this one will have the coordinate of 0 comma q. Okay. All right. Why am I doing this? Because the moment I get p and q in terms of a and b, I can use intercept form. This is looking like an intercept form or not? X-intercept is p, y-intercept is q. Instead of a and b, now the equation will look like this: x upon p plus y upon q equals to 1. That will be my answer, but I need my answer in terms of a and b. So I'll generate the condition. We know this is the midpoint, so let's use the condition of midpoint. So midpoint a has to be equal to sum of x coordinate divided by 2. Okay, this is suppose x1. I'll use some different color, otherwise everything will look right. This is say x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So x1 plus x2 by 2, that will give you your x coordinate of this midpoint. So a must be 0 plus p by 2. See, I get p as 2a. Okay. Similarly, if I use it on the y coordinate also, so b should be equal to y1 plus y2 by 2. So y1 is q, y2 is 0 by 2. So I directly get q as 2b, and just put down these values here, p as well as q. So I get x upon 2a plus y upon 2b equal to 1. Take 2 common, so 1 by 2 bracket x by a plus y by b equals to 1. One more step, take 2 on the other side, so x upon a plus y upon b equals to 2. That's our answer. Okay, we're done. Now we have seen a lot of questions based on perpendicular lines, parallel lines, meridian, midpoints, okay, intercepts. Okay, so go through these questions. These are fundamentals. Although you have done it in the class, my recommendation, revise each and every question, try to solve it on your own, then go through my solution, see if you can generate the idea. Point is that right now I'm giving you a fixed approach because I've done these questions a lot of times, so I know what I have to follow. But the moment you read a question, you'll have to think which format will be used, how will I get the values, okay, what I have to do about a and b, like that. Okay, so revise all these questions. That will very thoroughly cover your basics for this equation of straight line. Okay, that's it for this class. See you in the next class. Good day, everyone.